Make your way into child's position. Bring your knees a little bit wider. Big toes touching. Extend your arms in front of you. Closing your eyes for a moment. Allow yourself to bring the gaze inwards. Allow yourself to connect to yourself. Allow yourself to connect to whatever happens within, to any sensations, any vibrations, any emotions you experience right now. Allow yourself to welcome whatever comes up. Allow yourself to acknowledge whatever comes up without trying to change anything, without trying to resist, without trying to push it away. Take an inhale and exhale. Let's do it a couple more times. Deep inhale from your fingertips, sides of the waist, all the way to your toes. Breathing out. Softening your shoulders, softening your face, your jaw. On your inhale, walk your hands a little bit more forward, so lengthening the sides of the waist. As you exhale, allow your sit bones to sink toward your heels a little bit more. Walk your right hand on a diagonal to your right side. Your left hand follows your right. Place your left hand on top. Inhale, creating a little bit more extension. And as you exhale, creating a little bit more softness and letting off any tension. Walk your hands back to center, change to the other side, left hand on a diagonal, your right hand follows your left. Walk your hands back to center. On your inhale, come up into tabletop position. Readjusting your knees slightly so your knees hip distance, setting up your foundation, shoulders above your wrists, your hips above your knees. One round of cat and cow. Inhale, lift and extend, head neck follows the movement. As you exhale, around. Inhale, find your long spine. Lower your forearms onto the ground. One more time, cat and cow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, find your long spine. Step your feet back, forearm plank position. Holding this, stabilizing the center. As you exhale, slowly lower onto your front, Sphinx position. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips back into your forearm plank, holding here. Walk your feet toward the elbows, dolphin pose. Opening the shoulders a little bit more, and then lift your elbows off the ground, both at the same time. Downward facing dog position, take an inhale. Let it out. Listen careful, reversing the movements. Lower your forearms onto the ground, dolphin. Walk your feet back into your forearm plank position. Holding here for a moment. Slowly lower all the way onto your front. Pull the mat towards your chest through your upper arms, Sphinx position. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift your knees, lift your hips back into your forearm plank. Walk your feet toward your elbows, dolphin pose. Both at the same time, lift your elbows off the ground, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. One last round. Lower your forearms onto the ground, dolphin pose. Walk your feet into your forearm plank position, holding this. Lower all the way onto your front, Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes. This time, lift your elbows off the ground. Bring your chest through your upper arms. And then lower your forearms onto the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Lift your hips. Forearm plank position. This time, feet together, knees together. Abdominal twists. Shift your weight onto the outer edge of the left foot. Come back to center. Change to the other side. Come back to center. Walk your feet towards your elbows. Dolphin pose. Lift your elbows off the ground, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. From downward facing dog, lift your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip open. Square your hips back towards the ground. Right knee to your left elbow, twist. Going across, extended back, three-legged dog. Shift your weight into your three-legged plank, right knee to your chest, step your foot. Stand the ball of your left foot, inhale, come up into crescent lunge position, slightly bending your left knee, ribs in, inhale here. Interlace your hands behind your back, inhale, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, lower your left knee towards the ground, pausing for a moment. One more time, inhale up, and exhale lower. Last one, inhale up. Let go of your interlace, reach your arms. As you exhale, lower your hands onto the ground. Warrior one position. Lower your left heel, align heel to arch. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Square your ribs, your chest to the front. Interlace your hands behind your back, like we just did before. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, humble warrior. On your inhale, come all the way back up. Let go of your interlace. Reach your arms towards the sky. As you exhale, hands onto the ground. Spin on the ball of your left foot. Step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. Push back up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your left hip open. Square your hips towards the ground. Left knee to your right elbow, twist. Extended back, three-legged dog. Shift your weight into three-legged plank. Left knee to your chest. Step your foot. Inhale, crescent lunge position. Interlace your hands behind your back, the opposite thumb on top. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lower your right knee towards the ground. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, lower. Last one, inhale up. Let go of your interlace. Reach your arms, lengthen as you exhale, hands onto the ground. Warrior one position. Heel to arch. Left hip back, right hip forward. Reach your arms towards the sky. Warrior one. Interlace your hands, the opposite thumb on top. Lengthen your spine as you exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, come all the way back up. Let go of your interlace. Reach your arms towards the sky. As you exhale, hands onto the ground. Step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. This time, flip your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Look forward, step or lightly float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reach your arms towards the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Mountain pose. Close your eyes for a moment. Connecting to your roots, connecting to your foundation. Open your eyes, reach your arms towards the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto the ground, float back into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. Lift your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip open. Square your hips back towards the ground. Right knee to your left elbow, twist. Lower down, left wrist. Lift back up, left elbow, extended back, three-legged dog. Listen careful. From here, step your right foot to the front of the mat, if you have a mat. Otherwise, to the front for warrior one position. Maybe you're adding a handstand if you feel ready for that. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Lower your hands onto the ground. Step your left foot forward to 1/3 of the way. Right hip back, left hip forward, hands to your hips, long spine, rise all the way up to standing. Pyramid pose. Left arm up towards the sky. Flip the palm of your arm behind your back. Right arm to your right side. Internal rotation. Bend the elbow. Gomukhasana arms. Inhale, lengthen your spine as you exhale. Fold over your right leg. Right hip back, left hip forward. Pyramid pose. Press your heels into the ground. At the same time, also your big toe joints, spreading your toes wide, lengthening your spine. And then halfway lift, rise all the way up to standing. Let go of your Gomukhasana arms. Shake them out. Right hand towards your right hip, left arm up. Inhale. As you exhale, reach forward and lengthen. Left hand on the inside or outside of your right foot. Right hand onto your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to your right side. And then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Listen careful, we are adding a little bit of balance. Look down, spin on the ball of your left foot, revolved half moon, lift your left leg, flex your left foot. Replace your right hand on the ground, standing split, maybe play with handstand. Bring your feet between your hands, feet together, knees together, bend your knees. Chair pose, inhale. As you exhale, hands to your heart center, twist to your right side. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Come back into chair, one breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto the ground, float back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Lift your left leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your left hip open. Square your hips back towards the ground, left knee to your right elbow, twist. Lower down, right wrist, lift back up, right elbow, extend it back, three-legged dog. Listen careful, step your left foot to the front for warrior one position. Once again, maybe you play with handstands, no expectations. Whoop. Inhale, come up into your warrior one position. As you exhale, hands onto the ground, step your right foot forwards 1/3 of the way. Warrior one, left hip back, right hip forward, hands to your hips, rise all the way up to standing. Right arm up, flip the palm, go Mukasana arms, left arm to your left side, and then see how this side feels. One side is always slightly different. Lengthen your spine as you exhale, fold. You do not want to lock your left knee, so activating your quads, your kneecaps. Rise all the way up to standing. Let go of your interlace, let go of your Gomukhasana arms. Shake them out, left hand towards your left hip. Right arm up, inhale. As you exhale, reach forward and lengthen. Right hand on the inside or outside of your left foot. Left hand onto your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your left side, and then reach your left arm up towards the sky. Look down, spin on the ball of your right foot, transitioning into a balance half moon, activating your legs. Maybe lifting your fingertips off the ground, and then replace your left hand, standing split. You know this could be your playtime. Whoop. And then bring your feet between your hands, feet together, knees together, chair, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center, twist to your left side. Inhale, come back into chair, one breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto the ground, knees onto your upper arms, Bakasana, crow pose. Float back, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips downward facing dog position. Take an inhale, let it out. Lower your forearms onto the ground into dolphin. We're adding a little bit of shoulder stabilization. Lean forward into low plank, chaturanga. Push back up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's see it once again. Lower your forearms, dolphin. Lean forward, low plank. Push back up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reversing the movement. Inhale, plank. Lower down, low plank. Push back, dolphin. Lift your elbows, down dog. Let's see it one last time. Inhale, plank. Lower down, low plank. Dolphin. Lift your elbows, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Let it out. From downward facing dog, lift your right leg behind you. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip open, flip the dog into wild thing. Lift your hips, lift your chest, maybe you stay, maybe full back bend. Come back into your three-legged dog or side plank. Right knee to your chest, step your right foot to the front of the mat. Otherwise, to the front. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge position. As you exhale, hands onto the ground, straighten your front leg. Wide-legged pyramid pose. Rebend your front knee, heel to arch, extended side angle. Left arm all the way over your head. Left arm up, flip the palm, bring your arm behind to your back. Half bind, maybe a full bind. Let go of your binds. Left arm up, look down, rise all the way up into warrior two position. Heel to arch, flip the palm, reverse. Straighten your front leg. Come back to center. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand towards your right shin. Left arm up towards the sky. And then sweep your left arm all the way over your head like we just did before. And your right arm joins your left, stabilizing that center. On your inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bring your right heels in, heels out. As you exhale, fold. Long spine. Catch your big toes with your two peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, pull your toes towards your elbows to the sides. Let go of your toes. Slide your feet a little bit wider. So, not pushing, not forcing. We are gently warming up the inner thighs. And then slide your feet a little bit closer. So coming out, bring your hands to your hips, long spine, rise all the way up to standing. Bring your right foot back into 12 o'clock. Rebend your front knee, a warrior two position. Flip the palm, reverse. Exhale, hands onto the ground. Frame your front foot. Lower your left knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, come up into low lunge position. Bend your left knee, reach toward your left ankle. Bring your heel towards your sit bone. So, warming up that quad. And now we are adding a little bit of play, a little bit of back bend. So catch your left foot from the inner arch. Rotate your left elbow towards the sky, like we did in dolphin pose. And then maybe adding both arms. Let go of your ankle, place your hands onto the ground. Heel to your right foot to the left side. Setting up for pigeon. Right hip back, left hip forward. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. Fold over your front shin. Rest your forehead for a moment. On your inhale, come all the way back up. So we're adding, once again, a little bit of play. Bend your left knee. Now we are creating two back bends. So first one, mermaids. Bring your left foot into your left elbow. All right, I'm up towards the sky. Flip the palm, bring your arm between your shoulder blades, like we did in Gomukhasana. Mermaid pose. Square your ribs, your chest to the front. Up into king pigeon, like we just did before. Catch your left foot from the inner arch. Rotate your left elbow towards the sky. Let go of your variations. Place your hands onto the ground. Tuck your left toes. Extend your right leg all the way back. Shake it out. Right knee to your left elbow. Twist. Fallen triangle. Left arm all the way over your head. Lifting your hips, lifting your chest. Replace your left hand. Extend your right leg all the way back. Step back, downward facing dog position. Second side, lift your left leg behind you. Bend your knee, rotate your left hip open. Flip the dog into wild thing. Maybe full back bend. Come back into your three-legged dog or side plank. Left knee to your chest. Step your left foot to the front. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands onto the ground. Stay on your fingertips, straighten your front leg. Left hip back, right hip forward. Rebend your front knee, heel to arch. Left hand on the inside of your left foot. Right arm all the way over your head. Extended side angle. Right arm up, flip the palm, bring your arm behind your back. Half bind, maybe a full bind. Let go of your binds. Right arm up, come all the way up into warrior two position. Flip the palm, reverse. Straighten your front leg, come back to center, shift your pelvis over your front thigh. Left hand down, right arm up, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Sweep your right arm all the way over your head like we did before, and then extend your left arm. On your inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bring your left toes in, heels out. Lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, fold. This time, option 1, catch your big toes like we did before. Option 2, slide your feet a little bit wider like we did before as well. Option 3, transitioning into an inversion of your choice. I will give you directions for a traditional headstand. So placing your forearms onto the ground like we did in dolphin. Interlace your fingers, hide your pinky finger. Place the crown of your head onto the ground and slowly, no rush, lifting your legs. Maybe adding any variations. And then slowly coming out. Inhale, halfway lift. Rise all the way up to standing. Bring your left foot back into 12 o'clock. Rebend your front knee, warrior two position. Flip the palm, reverse. Exhale, hands onto the ground. Frame your front foot. Lower your right knee, untuck your toes. Bend your right knee. Bring your heel towards your right sit bone. And now we're adding a little bit of play, so catch your right foot from the inner arch. Rotate your right elbow towards the sky, and then adding your left arm. Let go of your ankles, heel to your left foot to the right side for a pigeon pose. Left hip back, right hip forward. Lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, fold. On your inhale, come all the way back up. Now we're adding that playtime. So bend your right knee. Bring your right foot into the crease of your right elbow. Left arm up, flip the palm, bring your arm behind your back. And maybe your hands are reaching and touching, so square your ribs, your chest to the front. Let go of your variations. If you would like to try out King Pigeon, same action with your elbow. Let go of your variations. Place your hands onto the ground. Extend your left leg all the way back. Shake it out. Left knee to your right elbow, twist. Fallen triangle, right arm up and all the way over your head. Replace your right hand to extend your left leg all the way back. Step back, downward facing dog position. From downward facing dog, both at the same time, lower your forearms onto the ground into dolphin pose. Lift your elbows off the ground, both at the same time, downward facing dog. Let's do it once again. Lower your forearms into dolphin, walk your feet towards your elbows. Now we are transitioning into Pincha Mayurasana. So maybe you're just lifting one leg. Stay here and switch the leg. Maybe you transition into an inversion, stabilizing that. And maybe you're adding variations. So you can transition into scorpion and maybe in a full back bend. So if you're in a full back bend, I will give you one more thing to play with. So from here, we will walk in circles. So allow yourself to walk your hands and your feet. Allow yourself to explore the directions of your hands and your feet. No expectations. One direction and then half circle the other direction. Until you arrive And we all meet in mountain pose. Close your eyes for a moment, allow yourself to reconnect into yourself. Reconnect into your roots, reconnect into your foundation. Open your eyes, reach your arms toward the sky, inhale. And as you exhale, fold. We're adding a standing twist. Bind behind your left leg. Turn your chest towards the sky, relax your head, relax your neck. So it is a restorative twist. At the same time, we are lengthening the backs of the legs. Relax your head, relax your neck. And then change to the other side. Let go of your bites. Catch opposite upper arms behind your legs. Rooting out through your heels at the same time. Reaching towards the sky with your tailbones lengthening the backs of the legs. Let go of your legs, place your hands onto the ground. So we're adding our final playtime. So stabilizing your handstand. Stabilizing your handstand, and then we'll add that back bend to your handstand. So from here, like we did in Sphinx, bring your chest through your upper arms. Chest through your upper arms. Chest through your upper arms as much as possible, opening that thoracic spine. And we all meet once again in mountain pose. Closing your eyes for a moment, reconnecting, feeling what do you feel right now, feeling a sense of gratitude for your physical body, for everything it allows us to explore and create. And then find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes for a moment. Allow yourself to slow down. Allow yourself to slow down the movement. Allow yourself to slow down the breath. Very gently start to make your way back. Start deepening your breath. Noticing the sounds. Bring your hands to your heart center. Allow yourself to feel what you feel right now. Allow yourself to feel empowered. Allow yourself to feel more open, more receptive, more flexible, stronger in your physical body, in your mind. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open up the mouth, let it out. Bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Thank yourself for your commitment to show up, to work on yourself, to become a better version of yourself. Namaste.